thought for the day lands on me today. So, okay. Well, the thought for the day, I want to talk about embarrassment. Embarrassment is sort of a reminder not to take yourself so seriously. A theologian I like named Weldon Lane writes, "Divine love is incessantly restless until it turns all woundedness into health, all deformity into beauty, and all embarrassment into laughter." It's a way of, that's the movement. That's actually a good description as well of Homeboy Industries. It's our mission is really, all of us are restless until all woundedness is turned into health, all deformity into beauty, or what people think is deformity, and all embarrassment into laughter. Embarrassment comes from the word, the original meaning of the word is like to block or to obstruct or to impede. You don't want to get stuck on it. You don't want to define yourself by it. You want to move quickly to laughter. And that's a sign that you don't take yourself so seriously. Recently I was in Escondido giving a talk at a packed church, and it was standing room only, and people were up in the balcony, and before I was introduced by this one woman, another woman got up. She was a community leader, and she was trying to galvanize the troops. Now, let this good presence of everybody here in this church turn into action so we can do something in our community about gangs. And so she had notes, but she wasn't really referring to them. And so when she got to the end, and she said, and as Father Greg Boyle says so eloquently in his book, Tattoos on the Heart, God does not love you. And the whole church went, oh, including me. And she went, oh, that can't be right. No, not only does God love you, it's His joy to love you. Well, that's really quite a bit different. Yeah, I think so. Well, the place died with laughter, and she was really embarrassed. And then you could watch her quickly sort of decide not to take herself too seriously. I mean, she moved to a place of lightness of being, and you have to sort of cooperate in that, you know, to have a light grasp on life. All of us can, you know, embarrassment like shit happens, you know, all of us can retrieve those moments where you go, oh my God, what was I thinking? My earliest embarrassing moment was when I was in the 5th grade, and I was taught by this nun named Sister Mary Agnes, and in those days they were in full habit, and we're in our row, and she was on the sideboard, and she was writing on the board. And as she wrote, it seemed like her butt was sort of motorized. And it was right next to my face. And the whole class was looking, and her butt was right there. And I had my pencil, and I pretended like I was. And the whole class roared. I didn't poke her, but the whole class roared. She turned around and what's going on? And of course, I'm enjoying this, you know. And finally, I looked at her motorized butt again, and I went like this to kind of pretend I was. And I smacked her on the ass. You know? And it was the thwack heard around the world. I mean, it was so loud. I went, I can't believe I just smacked this woman. And she turned around and looked at me and she said, may I help you? I said, could you kill me, please? You know, I died 1,000 deaths. Anyway, I just want to connect with how human it is to be embarrassed. Turn red in the face, to kind of say, ouch. And then you've got to move quickly to laughter, because if you don't, you get stuck. That's why the word comes from this place of blockage and impeding and obstruction. You don't want to get stuck there. Because divine love and Homeboy Industries won't get any rest until it's turned all woundedness into health, all deformity into beauty, and all embarrassment into laughter.